Hey YouTube, thank you for viewing this video. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for taking this journey with me. This is video number 3. If you haven't already, check out the other 2 videos that are available on this YouTube channel as well. My name is Elle Moore, and this is VTV, Victory TV, Venom to Victory. So first thing I want to do is give a special thanks, a shout out to our sponsors, Clockwork Blues, and let you know that Venom to Victory, this book, is available on Amazon.com, at Barnes & Noble, and many other book venues as well. So today we are actually going to discuss standards. How many of us have realistic or unrealistic standards when it comes to all of our relationships, our personal relationships, our platonic relationships, our professional relationships? You know, what is our standard? You know, and who gives us our standard? Our life experience gives us our standard. The way we were raised, obviously, our religious beliefs, if any, those give us our standard. And it's important to know what your standards are in the beginning of any personal, professional, or platonic relationship. Because if you don't know what your standards are, then whoever you are interacting with won't know how to treat you. And even with goals and plans, you know, think about SMART goals. They have to be smart, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. Right? So there has to be intent, there has to be a clear expectation, there has to be a standard in the beginning for which all of your other relationships, not only other relationships, but any relationship has going forward. You have to set the standard in the beginning, because if you don't, then the direction you go without a clear path can lead you anywhere. And we don't need that, because we've had too many delays and too many detours as it relates to our professional growth, our personal growth. And it's about to be 2018, if it's not already 2018. We have no more time for delays or detours or people that want to waste our time, or we wasting our own time. Like, we can waste our own time so often if we don't have clear paths, clear goals, clear standards, and clear direction. So I want to encourage you today to set your standard. And once again, this is video number 3, chapter number 2 on standards, Venom to Victory, Journey of Unapologetic Strength. And so I want to read to you a little bit of chapter 2 and then kind of discuss with you where I was, where my headspace was, and what actually, a little bit of that venom, and then what actually was my victory, what lessons I learned through the experience. And my hope is by sharing chapter 2, standards, with you, you recognize and evaluate the standards within yourself, and you also can change any standards that you have that are not smart, and and work towards making better standards. Okay? Chapter 2, standards. Was I not a priority? He talked about spending time with me, but only told me about his experiences after they had already occurred. I was never really a part of his life. It was like I was watching a movie that had already happened and everybody else already saw the movie, but then I got like movie passes after the show that allowed me to, you know, share some of his experiences. And I hated that. I thought, I know that it is a very reasonable standard to want to experience life with someone. And I'm not talking about a simple miscommunication about scheduling. No, this person that I'm talking about in this chapter literally did everything without me, and then told me that he did it after it was already done. I told him, I said, bruh, like, make me a part of your life. And at the time he was definitely an entrepreneur. And so, of course, everybody's schedule is busy. And so I wanted to be a part of his busy schedule, not just some responsibility or task that he had after he finished whatever he had to do. Like, put me in your movie. Take me with you to the concerts. Like, pick me up so that I can go with you as a passenger. I'll buckle up and be counting the trees out the side of the window, because I just enjoy, being with him and spending time with him. And so, if you want to spend time with anybody, I think there's always a way that you can find time to make with someone. And I think that standard for me is extremely reasonable. I believe that you have to know your worth and set your own standard, and don't let anyone take that standard away from you. Like, God gave us our standards for a reason, so that we can use them as a guide. We already know what our godly standards are. The 10 Commandments, are godly standards. And whatever your religious belief, whatever your spiritual alignment is, there are usually, almost always, some standards involved. So find out what those standards are according to your own personal belief, and then be with people, spend time with people, and live your life energetically with people that have your same standards and your same beliefs and your same alignment. Okay? Your standards were given to you for a reason. You have the ability to adjust your standards if it's going to improve your life. But what you should never do is relent your standards or lose your standards just because someone else isn't living up to them. Okay, if you want phone calls, then make your standard phone calls and not text messages. If you want face-to-face interaction and not just, not just phone calls, then make that your standard. Like, you have standards for a reason. And let me tell you something else. The person who God has created for you for the rest of your life, they have no problem meeting your standard, because ideally they have the same standards as you do. They want to spend quality time with you. They want to see your face. They want to take you to the movies. They want to do things, shared activities with you, and not tell you about them after they're done. So keep your standard. No, set your standard. Keep your standard. And then if necessary, change your standard. So the last thing I want to read is a prayer about standards. Okay? It says, God, expose any standards we've set that are not inspired by you. Guide our standards toward healthy relationships of improvement. Govern our communities up to love others the way you love us, consistently and continuously. Grant us your wisdom, knowing that you are in control of our relationships and our love standards. Okay? A little bit of Venom to victory. If you haven't already, which is haven't and not, if you have not already, make sure you follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is at MOORELLE. Also purchase Venom to Victory. It's available at Amazon.com. And comment, subscribe, and set your standard. I mean, come on. Set your standard. Okay? All right. Look forward to hearing from you all. Thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you for subscribing, following. God bless.